Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to use the if function in Excel. The if function is a powerful tool that allows you to make decisions based on specific conditions. In this tutorial, we will cover the basics of the if function as well as nested if and compound if statements. Let's get to it. In this part of the video, we want to know those of our employees who deserve bonus at the end of the month based on their sales made. They will only get bonus if their sales is more than 1,500. In if function, you will use these logical operators: equal to, greater than or equal to, less than, and less than or equal to. You should be careful when using these operators. You can't exchange their positions. Let's start with a simple if statement. The syntax of an if statement is as follows: if, open bracket, then a condition based on which you are making the decision, comma, then the value if the condition is true, comma, then the value if the condition is false. In our case, we want to know if the sales of the employee is greater than 1,500. So we will use this function, equal to, if, then the sale, the first sale is in C3, so C3 greater than 1,500, comma, that is our condition. Then 50, then the bonus will be 50, comma, otherwise not applicable in quotation because it's a text, and close the bracket. This means that if the value in cell C3 is greater than 1,500, then the function will return 50 as the bonus. Otherwise, it will return not applicable. Press enter, and I have the results. Now I'll double click on the autofill handle to copy the function to the rest of the cells. So you see that the employees whose sales are more than 1,500 have 50 in the bonus column, while others have not applicable. This is how you can use simple if statements to make decisions. Next, let's move on to nested if statements. A nested if statement is an if statement that is inside another if statement. This allows you to make more complex decisions based on multiple conditions. The syntax of a nested if statement is as follows: if, open bracket, then the first condition, condition 1, comma, then the value if condition 1 is true, comma, if, open bracket, condition 2, if the condition is true, then the value, comma, then the value for false, close the inner bracket, then close the outer bracket. For example, if you want to check if the sales is more than or equal to 2,000, then the bonus will be 100. And if the sales is more than 1,500, we can use the following function: equal to, if, open bracket, C3 greater than or equal to 2,000, comma, then 100. If not, comma, if, open bracket, C3 greater than or equal to 1,500, comma, then 50, comma, if not applicable. Close the bracket and close the outer bracket. This means that if the value in C3 is greater than or equal to 2,000, then the function will return 100 as bonus. If the value is greater than or equal to 1,500 but less than 2,000, then the function will return 50 as bonus. Otherwise, the function will return not applicable. When you are done, press enter. Double click to copy to the rest of the rows. So you can nest as many ifs as you want, so far as you follow the syntax. Lastly, let's discuss compound if statement. A compound if statement is a combination of multiple if statements along with logical operators such as AND and OR. Now, what these operators means is that the AND operator evaluates to true when both conditions are true and false otherwise. The OR operator also evaluates to true when either of the conditions are true and false otherwise. This allows you to make more complex decisions based on multiple conditions. The syntax of a compound if statement is as follows: if, open bracket, AND or OR operator, open bracket, then condition 1, comma, condition 2, and so on. When you are done with the conditions, close the bracket, comma, then value if the condition is evaluated to true, comma, then value if is false, close the bracket, and that is it. For this part, we are going to check if an employee is eligible or qualified to take loan from the company. The conditions are the employee should be earning at least 1,500 as salary and also should have worked in the company for at least 25 years. If you want to check that the number of years worked is greater than or equal to 25, and if the salary is more than or equal to 1,500, we will use the following function: equal to if, then end, open bracket, then B3 greater than or equal to 25, comma, then C3 greater than or equal to 1,500, close the bracket, comma, then qualified in quotations, otherwise not qualified, close the bracket. This means that if the age in cell B3 is greater than or equal to 25, and if the salary in C3 is greater than or equal to 1,500, then the function will return qualified, otherwise it will return not qualified. Because of the AND operator, the first condition and the second condition all must be true before it will evaluate to qualified. When you are done, press enter and autofill it. But if the condition is the person can be qualified if either he or she is earning more than 1,500 or he or she has worked for at least 25 years, then we will change the AND operator to or, and the function works perfectly. And now we only have some few who are still not qualified. So that is it about if statement. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.